Yo, today I'll be showing you how to build the best kelp farm of all time. It doesn't use bone meal, by the way. I'm sorry for my last video. This one is going to be very clear and concise. Anyway, let's get on with it. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to open up chunk borders by pressing F3 and G on your keyboard, or maybe FN3 and G if you're a small keyboard. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to go to one of the edges and you want to place down a row of glass 15 blocks long, like I do here. Excellent. Now what you want to do is you want to build a row across the edge here. This is going to be the length of your farm, and I would suggest building it 5 chunks long. However, you can really do any amount of chunks you want, between 1 and 5. Also, it doesn't have to be on the border of the world, but it should probably be, as that will help with loading stuff and efficiency. Anyway, now that we've got that done, we should continue and trying to fill up the rectangle in the way that I do here. If you have any struggles, just look at what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along. Anyway, now that we've got to the end, now all we need to do is we need to build this up about 30 blocks, I'd say. You can build it up as high as you want, but I would suggest 30 for maximum efficiency, as you know, this farm scales vertically. Alright, so now we're nearly at the top. And what you want to do after you've done it, if you just want to just lift all of the glass up to the very top, like how I do here. And now, as you can see, we're basically done. Now all you want to do is you want to place down 2 layers of ice around any of the 2 corners. I mean 2 sides of the glass container, I'll call it. And once you have all that stuff filled in, by the way, the ice is optional. You can place down water block as well. Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to break the ice, and yeah, just continue like that. You just want to break all of the ice. I'd suggest using an efficiency 5. However, you don't need to. Anyway, now that we're here, now we need to make all of the water source blocks, as not all of the source blocks are water. What you want to do is you want to place down some kelp, and then you want to bone meal the kelp, as I do here. And as you can see, that makes all of the water blocks water sources. Now you just want to continue that across all of the previous things, and you should have a lot of water source blocks. And I'll show you what happens at the very end after you've filled in all of the kelp. Alright, so after filling all of the kelp in, now as you can see, the thing is filling it up all by itself, which is pretty good. And I just wait for it to be completely done. Alright, so now that we've done that, what we want to do is we want to place down a conduit. Conduit is going to allow you to break blocks faster, which is going to be very, very helpful. And also, you can breathe underwater infinitely, which is good if you're not in creative mode like I am. So what you want to do is you want to just place some blocks in the arrangement that I do with a conduit. Obviously, you don't need this, isn't necessary, but it will definitely speed up the process a lot. Anyway, as you can see, now that we've got the conduit effect, we should be able to get along with our stuff very well. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to place some scaffolding in the way that I do, that I place down the scaffolding. Now, as you can see, we've got a wall of scaffolding pretty high up, like this. So now we want to place 6 blocks of scaffolding in either direction, and then we want to place down some kelp on the floor, like I do here. Now, as you can see, we have formed a pattern, and we just want to continue that pattern all the way up. I'll do it again just to show you guys. Just place the kelp like this. Yep, and then we just want to continue that all the way up, as I do here. Alright, so now that we've got all that stuff done, alright, what we want to do is we want to come down to the very bottom where the scaffolding is, and we just want to continue the pattern of scaffolding. So what you want to do is you just want to grab your scaffolding, and then you just want to place it all down like I am doing here, and I'll get back to you when I've placed it all down. As you can see, the scaffolding has been placed down. Now what you want to do is you want to place some scaffolding to the side like I do here. As you can see, the scaffolding has been placed. So what you just want to do is you just want to place a bunch of scaffolding. There's not really much to it. But you can actually click faster if you go to your controls keybind, and then you go to use item, and then you bind it to any keyboard key on another keyboard. and as you can see, it places way faster. Or you can just use an auto clicker. Genuinely, Donutsmp cannot tell the difference because of how client-side anti-cheats work. I mean, server-side anti-cheats work. Anyway, yep. Just get to placing stuff, I guess. And I'll get back to you when I've done it all. Now that we've done all that, now you want to place down a ton of kelp, just all on the floor, on every single layer. Whoops, I accidentally just broke a block. You can just replace it. Don't worry, it won't like destroy the entire farm if you break a block. Anyway, just place down the kelp. I don't really know the most efficient way to do it, if I'm going to be honest. You have to figure that out yourself. Anyway, now that we've done that, now you just want to carry that on for every single layer. This is going to take quite a bit of time, probably at least 45 minutes. But I believe in you guys, and good things don't come easy. Alright, so next I'm going to show you how the flying machine works. As the flying machine is the only complicated mechanism thing in the farm. As you can see, when an observer powers the crying obsidian block, like I do here, it triggers the flying machine. The flying machine is an odd shape compared to most normal flying machines, because it prevents the server being updated by unnecessary ticks. Also, it is designed to maintain a couple of important water source blocks, which maximize the efficiency. Anyway, as you can see, this is what the thing looks like, and now we're going to put it inside of the farm. What you want to do is you want to place down 2 crying obsidians like I did there. Then you want to break the glass like I do here and replace it with something, scaffolding, it doesn't really matter. And now what you want to do is you want to just want to place down the flying machine like I do here. Make sure to clear out all the kelp like I'm doing here as well. But anyway, we're gonna want to need some note blocks, some observers, and some systems to fly. So what you want to do is you want to get your note block like I do have here, and you just want to place down the note block. Now you want to get down the observer, and after that you want to get down the sticky piston. Now you just want to place down some slime in the arrangement I do here. Do not worry, if you place it in the wrong way, it will not be the end of the world, probably. Anyway, what you want to do is you just want to place down a piston. Doing it in survival might be a little bit harder, however, it should not be that much of an issue. And now what you want to do is you want to place down, do not do that, place down an observer and a piston using the scaffolding to help you guide yourself. And then you want to just place down some slime, and it should be done. The slime needs to be in an L shape, by the way. Anyway, you want to go down to the other end of the thing now. Alright, so now that we're at the other end, what you want to do is you want to just break some scaffolding and place down a bunch of observers in the arrangement that I do here. The reason you need to place the observers is to for the flying machine to be returned. This is some standard flying machine technology. Now what you want to do is you want to place down 2 crying obsidians. I'll show you the other side of the thing just in case you need to compare it from that angle. And I just realized actually you want to break one of the crying obsidians and you want to replace it with a water source block like I do here. The water source block is the water source block is for forming water sources and other stuff. And this boosts the efficiency of the farm to 100%. Yep. And then what you want to do is you want to come over to the flying machine end of the farm, and what you want to do is you just want to replace one of the flipping crying obsidians with a water source block like I do here. This is also to fix the water issue with the farm, and as you can see, the flying machine is actually complete. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to replace one of the glass blocks with an observer facing downwards, and then you want to replace the next one above that with a note block. And as you can see, the flying machine is done. However, I think I might have accidentally broken the flying machine, and the reason why I've broken the flying machine is because... Wait, let me think. Oh yeah, the reason why is because you want to replace some of the slime blocks with green terracotta. And I'll replace them with green terracotta right here. It does not have to be green terracotta, it can be any terracotta. However, I mean any block. And as you can see, the flying machine should be working now, hopefully. Please let it work. Let me flick the note block, and as you can see, the flying machine perfectly works. Now all you want to do is you want to do that for every other module of the farm, and then you should be complete with the farm. I mean, with the main part of the farm. Anyway, I'll get to the next part now. Alright, so once you've got all the flying machines in place, now all you want to do, if you want to just come over and you want to just you just want to raise your glass boundary by about 2 blocks, like I do here. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to place down 7 rows of temporary block, like I do here. I'm using glass because I'm in creative mode, however, I recommend you use something quick to break, like slime or cobblestone or that kind of stuff. And once you've done that, all you need to do is you need to place some water on top of it and watch as it cascades down the blocks. Alright, so now once you've done that, you want to delete the temporary blocks or break them, and then you just want to fill in the very bottom with some more water to form it into infinite water source block. As you can see, I have the texture pack on so you can see that kind of stuff happening. But as you can see, now the kelp flows to the top, all of it does, and then it flows to the side. Now we're actually like 99% done. Now all we have to do is we have to break a little bit of glass, like I do here. Alright, so now that we've done that, now we just want to just find the one spot where the flipping scaffolding didn't place because of how scaffolding stability works. And now after that, we just want to place 2 glass blocks along the sides of the farm like we do here. And now what we want to do is we want to get some walls. The walls allow items to flow through them, but not water, which is a very good property for the collection system. Alright, so now that we've got all that done, and as you can see, all of the flipping kelp is falling to the bottom. Now all we have to do is we have to create a clock, which I'll show you how to do right now.